Hello, lovelies, and obviously the not so lovelies among you as well. Mr. Sheffield here with week 9 of your home learning with the White Rose. Um, Super good job, super well done to all of you who are still ploughing on with this. It is really good to see work still coming in from you guys. We've still got 4 more weeks of school, just 4 more weeks until the summer holidays. And then you'll be back in September to hit the ground running again. Um, Before we begin, I've got a challenge for you this week. I know Mr. Turner has set you a challenge last week. I've got a new challenge for you this week, and that challenge is to make sure that you make yourself a delicious, lovely cup of tea, and then also make your family a cup of tea as well. So when you're stressed out, when you're doing your work, and you think, "Oh, I'm not sure about this question," and you go, "Oh, now I know." That is the magical power of tea. Okay? That's why I'm always drinking tea. Makes me smart. Right, this week we are doing money. Yes! Love money. Everyone loves money. Everyone loves having money. People don't like not having money. But, again, kind of like, it follows the pattern we've done before. We're going to do some very similar problems to the problems we've looked at before, and then we're just going to extend it a little bit beyond. So the first day is, what is money? How do we recognize it? So here we've got some notes. Let me zoom in a little bit because it's quite... how much money is here? So add these values together. We've got some statements about, how many pounds, how many pence, that kind of thing there. One question that does require a little bit of thinking, this one here. Now, last time we came across a question like this, it was actually impossible to do because these statements, they couldn't work out properly. This time it is possible to do now. So Ron has a note and some coins, so it's one of those two. Rosie has more than Ron, and Jack has the most money. Now, last time I think these were £1 coins, and so Jack was meant to have had the most money, but he ended up with the least money, and it didn't make sense. This time, though, you should be able to work out who's got what. So these are £2 coins, £1 coin there, £1 coin there. So you should be able to tally up how much each of those amounts is, and then match them to a particular person. Moving on, you've got some true or false statements. You've got a kind of some reasoning about money. But the first day should just be a nice recap of what you've already learned. Right, day 2 is ordering money. Now you think, this sounds familiar, because last week you were doing very similar things with decimals. You would have been doing recognizing decimals, ordering them, greater than, less than, that kind of thing. So it's very similar, and the reason we did decimals last week is because money involves decimals, so it just makes sense. Right, you've got some greater than, less than, you've got some, what is the value of the digit 2 in these amounts? So all of these numbers here have a 2 in them, but what is that 2 worth? How much is that 2 worth? So here, in 524 pence, the 2 is 20, so it's 20 pence. Here, £24 and 50p. Well, how much is that 2 worth there? £54 and 2 pence. Well, how much is that? Etc, etc. Now, draw 3 coins in each box to make the statements correct. So here you've got an amount, £26.70. You've already got £25 here. Can you draw 3 more coins to go in that box? Any 3 coins that make it so that this box here is greater than this box here. Same thing here. Can you add 3 coins so that this here is still bigger than this bit here? And then, can you add 3 coins to make this equal to that? Okay, so 3 different tasks, basically the same kind of idea in each one. You've got some greater than or less than or equal to. Remember which one is which, the greater than sign, the less than sign. If you're not sure, that classic joke, why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear. Anyway, so the smaller number will eat the bigger number. If you're thinking of the crocodile, the smaller number will eat the bigger number, or in some cases you might have to use the equals sign. Right, lesson 3. You take a big sip of tea for this one. Ah, brilliant. Lesson 3 is all about estimating money. So it's a bit of rounding. It's a bit of it's what we do. It's what we use rounding for. You know, when you're going to the shop, you might do exactly what this person does here. Eva, she's bought a book for £4.85 and a pen for £2.70. She's rounded these, but she's rounded it wrong. It says, what would a more accurate estimate be for Eva to make? So going back to your decimals again, rounding them, I think you should be okay with this one here. The last lesson is all about 4 operations. So it's to do with when we talk about 4 operations, we mean multiplication, division, subtraction, and addition. So there's some problems involving money, basically, some kind of real life problems, although you might have to read them a little bit carefully, because Whitney here, she is talking a lot. I can add £23 and £34 together to give £57, and add 70p and 40p together to give £1.10, and then combine those 2 parts, so the total is £58.10. In cases where there's lots of work, where there's lots of speech, where there's lots of writing, break it down step by step. Okay, just took 1 or 2 of those numbers at a time to read one part of the sentence, go, right, okay, got that information there, next part. Okay, just break it down step by step. Same with all these word problems. They might be a bit confusing at first, but if you just slow down, read them again, break them into smaller chunks, you will be absolutely fine. As with last week, look out for Mr. Turner's special maths challenge. But as always, if you have any questions, by all means, email us or put the question up on the blog, and other people will be able to help you out in the class as well. Thank you for watching. Hope you stay safe, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.